Monday afternoon in Sydney started like any other spring day, sunny, warm, and bustling with life. Despite a severe weather warning, most Sydneysiders shrugged it off, storms being a familiar part of city life. But within minutes, the sky darkened, winds howled, and temperatures plunged. A sudden, violent storm swept in, catching everyone off guard. Rain hammered down in sheets, turning streets into rivers and making umbrellas useless. The timing, right at rush hour, amplified the chaos, stranding thousands in traffic and on public transport. The city was plunged into an eerie twilight, the storm's power overwhelming any sense of normalcy. This was no ordinary storm, but a Bow Echo, a fast-moving, destructive weather event that left no time to prepare. Sydney, famous for its blue skies, was now at the mercy of a supercell, and the chaos was just beginning. The storm unleashed more than just rain. It brought a relentless barrage of hail, sudden flash floods, and destructive winds that swept across the city with little warning. Hailstones, some as large as golf balls, battered suburbs, smashing car windows and shredding gardens in a matter of minutes, leaving behind a trail of destruction that stunned residents. Streets in the inner west quickly became raging rivers, trapping cars, stranding drivers, and forcing people to abandon their vehicles as the water rose alarmingly fast. Public transport collapsed, trains ground to a halt, stations filled with stranded commuters, and buses were stuck in gridlock, unable to move through the flooded streets. At Sydney Airport, rain poured through the terminal roof, flooding check-in areas, shutting down baggage belts, and leaving staff scrambling to contain the water. Over 75 flights were cancelled, leaving thousands of travellers stranded, their plans upended as they waited for news in crowded terminals. Winds gusted over 100 kilometres per hour, toppling trees and power lines, plunging homes and businesses into darkness and causing widespread blackouts across entire neighbourhoods. Emergency services scrambled to respond as the city's infrastructure buckled under the storm's force, working tirelessly through the night to clear debris and help those in need. The combination of hail, flooding, and wind created a perfect storm of chaos, overwhelming both residents and first responders as the disaster unfolded. Sydney's resilience was tested as the city was brought to a standstill, with communities coming together to help each other recover from the devastation. Nature's fury had turned a normal afternoon into a disaster zone, leaving a lasting impact on the city and its people. Amid the chaos and destruction that swept across Sydney, stories of survival and heroism emerged, shining through the darkness of the storm. In Croydon, a man was trapped in his car by a fallen tree and live power lines, rescued after a tense hour by firefighters working in dangerous, life-threatening conditions as rain poured and winds howled around them. In the Sutherland Shire, a family narrowly escaped injury when a massive tree crashed through their home's upper level, splintering wood and shattering windows in an instant. Across Sydney, homes were damaged by falling trees and shattered windows, leaving families shaken but grateful to be safe as they surveyed the wreckage left behind. Emergency crews worked tirelessly through the night, risking their own safety to save others, clearing debris and responding to desperate calls for help. Parents struggled to reach children through flooded streets. Travellers were stranded at stations and airports, unsure when they could return home, and families watched helplessly as their homes were battered by relentless wind and rain, fearing for their safety and their future. Each story revealed the storm's human toll: fear, uncertainty, and relief at survival, as neighbours and strangers alike came together in the aftermath. Behind every statistic was a person whose life was upended in an instant, forced to rebuild and recover from the devastation. These moments of courage, compassion, and resilience defined the city's response, as communities pulled together to help those in need. Sydney was under siege, but its people refused to give in, showing strength and unity in the face of disaster. As disaster struck, the SES, Sydney's Orange Angels, sprang into action. Over 500 volunteers mobilised, leaving their own families to help strangers in need. They responded to hundreds of calls, clearing fallen trees, patching roofs, and making homes safe. Working through the night in dangerous conditions, their efforts brought hope amid the chaos. Armed with chainsaws and tarps, they restored a sense of safety to battered neighborhoods. The SES, alongside firefighters and police, were crucial in managing the crisis. Their rapid response prevented further injuries and protected the most vulnerable. The dedication and teamwork of these volunteers showed the best of Sydney's community spirit. In the darkest moments, it was the Orange Angels who brought light. What made this storm so fierce? How did a single weather event unleash such chaos across an entire city? It was the collision of a cold front with warm, humid air over Sydney. This meeting of air masses set the stage for a dramatic transformation in the atmosphere, creating the perfect conditions for a violent storm to erupt. This clash created a supercell, a powerful thunderstorm system known for its speed and intensity. Supercells are rare, but when they form, they can unleash some of the most severe weather on the planet, including tornadoes, giant hail, and torrential rain. The storm formed a bow echo on radar, signaling destructive straight-line winds and rapid movement. This radar signature is a warning sign for meteorologists, indicating that the storm is capable of causing widespread damage in a short amount of time. Hail formed as strong updrafts tossed raindrops into freezing air, growing larger before crashing down. These hailstones can shatter windows, dent cars, and destroy crops, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The storm's energy produced spectacular lightning and thunder, adding to the chaos. Each bolt of lightning carried immense power, illuminating the sky and reminding everyone of nature's raw force. Meteorologists warn that such events may become more common as our climate changes. Their research shows a clear link between rising global temperatures and the frequency of extreme weather events. Warmer oceans and air mean more fuel for storms, making them more intense and unpredictable. As the planet heats up, the energy available for storms increases, leading to more powerful and erratic weather systems. While no single event can be blamed solely on climate change, the trend is clear. Extreme weather is on the rise. Communities across Australia are already feeling the impact, from devastating floods to raging bushfires. Sydney's superstorm is a stark reminder of the need to be prepared. Taking action before disaster strikes can save lives and protect property. The science is clear. Nature's power is growing, and so must our resilience. By understanding the forces behind these storms, we can better adapt and face the challenges ahead together. As dawn broke, Sydney awoke to devastation. Streets were littered with debris, roads flooded, and power still out for thousands. The transport network struggled to recover, with major routes blocked and train lines disrupted. The storm's reach extended into Queensland, where towns faced similar destruction. Emergency resources were stretched thin as communities began the long cleanup. SES crews worked tirelessly to clear roads, restore power, and make homes safe. Residents assessed damage, cleared debris, and contacted insurers. The financial cost ran into millions, but the emotional toll was just as high. The storm was a harsh reminder of nature's unpredictability. Recovery would take weeks, but the city's spirit remained unbroken. In the aftermath, Sydney's resilience shone through. Neighbours helped each other, volunteers worked around the clock, and strangers offered support. The storm was a wake-up call. Preparation and community matter more than ever. Simple steps like emergency kits and listening to warnings can save lives. Climate change is making extreme weather more common. Adaptation is essential. Investing in infrastructure and supporting emergency services will help build a safer future. The Sydney superstorm is a lesson in both vulnerability and strength. As the city rebuilds, the memory of chaos is matched by stories of courage. By staying informed and united, Sydney can face whatever comes next. Tested by disaster, the city stands stronger and more connected than before.